Now in this video, I'm going to show you guys all of the items that I am using in my photo booth production. Some of these items have been upgraded, so we're going to go one by one and we're going to go ahead and scale it of how important they are to the least important so that you guys save money wherever you guys can. Let's go ahead and dive into all the items I am using nowadays for my photo booth production.
All right, so for the very first part of the video, we're gonna be covering lighting. Why is that? Well, because lighting is probably the most important thing when it comes to photography or videography. And if you think about it, that's exactly the business that we're in. With the 360 booth, we capture videos with effects. To the photo booth, of course, we're just capturing photos as well. So let's go ahead and cover lighting. In this first half, I'm gonna go over all the lighting that I am currently using right now in 2023. Welcoming already 2024. So all the links, guys, are gonna be placed in the description box below. Since I'm already holding this, we're gonna cover the 40-watt Ulanzi, but I'm not gonna take too much time. Just know that I made a video that jumps into depth with this right here. Now, I love this because it's extremely versatile. I use it for the 360 booth, and I use it for the photo booth as well. At 1%, this thing is crazy bright, okay? It's lit up right now at 1%. And what I like to do is, when it comes to the photo booth, I like removing this piece right here. That way I can have it at a distance coming down, and for the subjects, they have better lighting. Better lighting means your ISO is gonna go a little bit lower, which means you're gonna get higher quality photos, okay? So this thing right here has really came in handy to a point where I have a total of 4 of these now. And perfect investment, okay? So this is the 40-watt Ulanzi, and if you guys really want to have a more broader light, you can actually go like this and it changes the spectrum. Now it's much wider, okay? So I'm just gonna put this back on right here. Now I upgraded from this light. I was using a U200, which I'm gonna show you next. Notice, guys, I have what's called a quick release plate right here in the bottom. And the way this functions is I also have it on other equipment. Is a quick release plate makes life easier because I'm trying to minimize the setup time and the takedown time. So a quick release plate allows me to just put it here and it's already connected, okay? It's on. Press these two, it's off. This is the opposite end of the quick release plate. I'm gonna put links in the description box below. These are fully functional when it comes to the industry that we're in. Highly recommend the quick release plates. Cool, so let's get this one out of the way. On a scale of 1 to 5, this is a solid 5. I highly recommend you guys buy this when you guys are starting your photo booth business or you're looking to upgrade to some new lights, okay? You get a lot of bang for your buck. I bought these for 99 bucks and then I got them at 89. And then not too long ago, Black Friday, these dropped down to like 79. So I already have 4. I almost bought more, but I decided to spend my money elsewhere, okay? So that goes right there. Now the U200 light, a lot of you guys are getting familiar with this one already. So yeah, I started with this one right here. I have a few of these as well because they come in handy. But one thing I noticed, and in the community, I noticed this as well, is people were having an issue with the screw that goes in here and the screw that goes on this end as well. So when you're actually at the event and you're getting set up, you usually twist it on the arm, and what happens is you twist it as hard as possible, but then sometimes you end up either wearing this out within a few weeks or you end up just breaking it within just a few days. And now you're stuck at an event without a light that props up. And how is it going to hold your phone if this has been stripped? And if this isn't stripped, then you'll strip this one. Now, if you don't want to upgrade to the light I just showed you guys, that's okay, because you can use the same concept, which is the quick release plate that you guys see that I already put right in here as well, this quick release plate, and it'll do the same thing. So once again, you put this plate onto your 360 arm, and then you just put this right in here like this, clicks into place, and boom. All right, and then there was no twisting. So the twisting you do is gonna be in the very beginning when you mount this release plate right there. All right, so I hope this part helps. Now on a scale of 1 to 5, I'll say this is a solid 4. Solid 4, almost gave it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 4. The reason why is because you can still use it for several things. It has these legs in the bottom. You can stand it here like that, so it can light up some of the props on a table if you wanted to. It does have functionalities where you can actually use this as a charger, as a power bank. You wouldn't want to do that for your events though, because you want to make sure that this light lasts as long as possible. On full brightness, it's for sure going to give you at least 2 hours at full brightness. Moving on to the next light. Now these are called RGB lights. These are like RGB light sticks. On a scale of 1 to 10, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that these, from after introducing all of these, a solid 4. Back in the day, I would have said a solid 5 because this is exactly what I was using. I had 4 of these. These were going on a tripod, also with a type of release plate. So instead of twisting this into the pole like this, into the tripod, what I was doing now is I invested into these where I can just slide it in like this and then fasten it, and now it's good to go. And with this right here, I can rotate it and I can also swivel it around. It has multiple options. And then we're ready to leave the event. I'll just loosen it, pull it out, put it in the bag. All right, so the reason I did this, guys, once again, is because I want to minimize the setup time and the takedown time. This is the RGB lights. I like these lights. Like I said, these are pretty versatile as well too. You definitely could use them. However, the light, the way it's being sent out is in this form like this, okay? So these are still good. If you can get a good deal on them, great. Last time I checked, these were going for about $69, and that was including the tripod. So if you guys want to get started with these, then just know that you're going to need at least 4 pointing right at your subject when it comes to the 360 booth lighting effect, okay? So this is going to be the RGB lights. Now let's jump into some really cool effects, but still within the lighting category. And that's going to be this laser light right here. So this laser light looks super dope, especially when you combine it with the fog machine. So a lot of you guys that have seen some of my productions get to see lasers in the back and how it looks like we're at a techno place, when in reality we're like at a really formal party, but I just can't help it but to bring the fun. These you can see in the background. So I'm gonna go ahead and just turn it on, and maybe you can see it here behind me. It has multiple patterns, I think over 150, and it also has animations. So I'm gonna point at the wall behind me back there, and let's see if you guys can see some of the stuff. Can you see right there? So this is just an example. I can make that larger if I want to within the settings. So I can make it even larger, or I can shrink it. So it just depends how far or how close you are to the wall. And yeah, it adds a really, really cool effect. So this is also something that I use. I have one of these. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I really, really like when it comes to stocking up on certain things when it comes to light. So I'm gonna turn this off. This is really a focused light. I don't recommend pointing this directly onto your camera lens or your iPhone lens that you're using to record. It could damage, this laser has a potential to damage your camera sensor in your phone. Disclaimer, warning, all right? So don't say that your boy never warned you, because your boy only wants to help you out, and either I help you make money or save money. So that's one of the lights. Now, the most light, on a scale of 1 to 10, this one right here. This is more of a luxury, guys. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I'll give this a 2, okay? This is close to like 89 bucks. You're gonna need a tripod to hold it, and the cord that it comes with is very, very short. So you have to buy an extended cable to extend from this one to the outlet. This can go connected to your anchor, which is great. It doesn't pull a lot of power, but it produces a really, really strong laser. So that's why I'm giving it a 2, because it's not a must-have, but it's definitely something that if you add to your production, it's gonna give you those cool atmosphere effects. So I'm gonna put this here on the side for now. Coming on to the next light that I really, really enjoy, I really like, this bad boy right here. Now I know I've seen this on Instagram and on the Facebook community. A lot of you guys bought this after you kind of seen what I was using. I was introducing some of the items, and I'm sure you guys love this thing. This thing does so many things. It's a strobe light, a laser light, an RGB light, and it's also a disco light. It does everything for you. Look how small it is, but it's a powerhouse. I have 4 of these. And this you can also power up by just connecting it to your anchor battery. I'm gonna show you what an anchor battery is right now and how effective it is and how much of a great investment it can be if you pair it with the right equipment. On a scale of 1 to 5, this is a 5. This is definitely a 5, because just with one of these and a little bit of fog, you guys got the party at a whole different level just with combining it with a little bit of fog, okay? So that's another type of lights that I use. So as far as the lights go, behind me there's a sign. It's a leave a message sign, and to my left over here there's a 360 vibe sign. I'll show you right here how it looks real quick. This is a 360 vibe sign. I use this for almost all of my 360 events. It just gives it a cool factor in comparison to other companies. You don't really see it, so that's why I like using it, because it helps me stand out just that much, okay? Next thing on the list is we're gonna go over power banks, okay? So we're gonna start off with a small power bank. Now this little tiny power bank, and if I get the specs correct, this is only a 10,000 millihertz, okay? So the reason I use this little one is because what I did is I glued a magnet here in the back, and I glued the magnet because my new reinforced 360 arm doesn't have the little slouch, the little pouch or the little slot. So what I do is I use this magnet to connect it to the arm, and then I have a cable running to my iPhone 15 Pro. That's what I'm using right now. I upgraded from an iPhone 13, and I'm using a 15 Pro. The processor on the 15 Pro is, I wanna say, probably close to maybe 35% better than the iPhone 13. So it's an A16 chip, runs pretty fast. This is nice and compact. This will keep my phone recording the entire night, and when I'm done with the event, even if it's a 3-hour event, my phone will be on full battery, but by 3 hours, this thing is about to give out. But your phone, like I said, is fully charged throughout the night. This I highly recommend. Definitely a 5 on the list from 1 to 5. This is a must-have. You gotta have your phone power to keep the party going as far as recording. That had a nice little jingle to it. Now guys, I have several booths, okay? I have a total of 3 360 booths and 3 booths behind me. Those are photo booths. Now, one of my 360 booths is a 24 volt, and it came with the wire to connect to the wall, but like you guys already know, we wanna stay wireless. We wanna minimize the cords as much as possible so that it looks cleaner and no one tramples over these cords, or we don't have ugly gaffer's tape across the entire area, okay? Just my feedback on what I've experienced and what looks much more appealing to the eye. This right here, guys, is for my 24 volt 360 booth. I place this in the bottom, connect this to the motor, tugs underneath the booth. You'll never know that it was there. Now this is crazy, all right? The battery life on this thing is super crazy because I've done 3-hour events and I'll still have this much life right here. It's supposed to be a total of 4 bars, but I think that this thing could probably go over 5 hours, just seeing how much battery it takes up when connecting it to a 24 volt motor, and that's because the 24 volt motor doesn't eat up too much energy. So this is a must have, okay? Now I'm gonna show you guys another power bank. Oh, by the way, scale of 1 to 5, this is a must have, and I would say that the investment is worth it. I give it a 5, all right? So on a scale of 1 to 5, let's give it a 5. Now here's this next one. This is basically the VIP of power banks, and that's gonna be the Talent Cell. Now right now, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna show you what the Talent Cell is doing for me. Right now, it's powering on that neon sign behind me, and it's also powering on the 360 Vibe. I'm gonna remove the camera from the mount, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it's doing for me right now so that you guys can consider getting the Talent Cell for your business, okay? Now this Talent Cell I'm about to show you comes in both a 12 volt and 24 volts. So I'm taking this camera here with me. So first we'll start off with seeing how it's powering on. See right in there? That's the Talent Cell right there. It's powering on this leave a message sign right there, okay? And I also have it right here, powering on the 360 Vibe sign right in there. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this for now. And here's why I think that this is such a help. So for example, I have an iPad in here right now. Okay, there's an iPad in there right now. So what I like doing is I like taking, here, and I'll go ahead and just open this real quick here. What I'll do is I'll put this just like that. I put magnets in the back, and then I'll run the iPad cable, which you see here, and I'll connect it right in here like this. And then I'll turn it on. And then on this end, you'll see that the iPad will start charging. You see that the battery was dead, but now it's charging. So this is why I love the Talent Cell, because it has so much diversity. It's super functional, okay? So this is one of the ways I use it. And also, like I said, the neon sign, the 360 Vibe sign. And also on top of this, what I can do is if I use my 12 volt 360 booth, this is gonna do the exact same thing. It's gonna power on my 360 booth as well. So know that you guys can get this in a 24 volt or 12 volt. This is the Talent Cell. These things are truly truly amazing. I want to say it's the VIP of all my power banks. So let's continue moving along with the power banks. In fact, since I'm already up, check this out, guys. This is what I call the anchor. This is the anchor. I know it's a little dim right now, but I'm gonna show you the anchor right now. When we go back to the desk, right now it's powering on. You guys won't believe this. This anchor right now is powering on this booth, and this booth. This little guy right here, Mr. Almighty little power bank. And I'm gonna go to display. It's pulling 116 watts, combining all these 3 booths. It's only gonna give me, there's only about 1 hour left a life. It shows me right here on the right side. So I'm gonna go ahead and pan back. It also comes with a little light. Here, let's go ahead and go back to the table, and I'll show you what else the anchor is good for. So the anchor also, what it does is it'll power on these lights as well. So I have these lights connected to the anchor with a splitter, and it'll give me past 6 hours of life, okay? So let's go ahead and put this in here as well. And I'm gonna show you the anchor. Now, one cool thing about the anchor, guys, I don't know from the time of making this video how it's gonna be looking like on Amazon, but earlier when I went on Amazon for the Cyber Monday deals, these things were like at 24% off. This is what an anchor is, okay? It's compact, it's small. You have your USB Type-C output, and then 2 regular USBs with your regular 110 volts right here. So this is amazing. You can even have a car socket. Highly recommend. On a scale of 1 to 5, it's definitely a 5, because you can connect. Hold on, guys, let me make sure that I'm still recording. Yep, I'm still recording. You can definitely also hook up, like I said, your photo booth to it. Now, this thing isn't strong enough to run your cold sparks, and it's not strong enough to run your inflatable booth, and it's not strong enough to do a 600 watt fog machine. Okay, just putting it out there in case you guys want to experiment. Now, earlier we were talking about lights, and there's one important light that I forgot to include. Now here we go. You guys seen these before too. This is an RGB pole right here. Okay, so this is sensitive to sound, so you can have it reflecting the tempo of sound. You can also change it with the remote. It changes many different colors. This one right here, I think is a little over 3 feet. I think it's like 3.5 feet or 4 feet tall. So this one, guys, you could get on Amazon, but you're gonna spend a bunch of money on Amazon if you decide to buy directly from Amazon. These I get directly from China, just because on Amazon, one of these will run you close to like $100. When on Amazon, through the manufacturer, through China, through my vendors, you can get this at a fraction. I wanna say probably 75% off. So I have about, last time I counted, I had about 8 of these, because when I send a contractor to a 360 event, I like having at least 4 of these, 4 to 6. So this is again, atmosphere effects. It adds a vibe to it. You wanna be the highlight of the night. And with the type of lighting I'm gonna show you guys, or I've been showing you guys, that's how you're gonna achieve the wow. We've seen a 360 booth before, but never like this. And then you're like, ah, yeah. By the way, can you please share your experience with me on our 360 booth Google profile? Of course. Get those Google reviews, all right, guys? So listen, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the lights and the power banks that I am using. But before I bring this video to a close, behind me, I'm gonna show you guys how that light, the 40-watt Ulanzi, is mounted onto my arm. A lot of you guys have been asking me, David, I seen how you did it, but I can't really see exactly how you connected it. Well, here we are. I hear you nice and loud and clear, and I'm gonna show you exactly how that looks like. Let's go ahead and walk you right over there right now. Come around the mountain, here we come. Boop. All right. So here we go. So this is it right here. There's an extended clamp right here. Now this extended clamp ends right here. If I unscrew this, it'll come off this, what you guys call, I believe it's called in the photography world, it's called a cold shoe mount. And so that you would remove this, and now you're just left with this piece. Okay, this Ulanzi adapter right there, that's something that I had to put on there. That's not the original one it comes with. I bought it because it can hold up to, I think, over 8 pounds. And it does have that cold shoe so that I can attach this to it as well. And then I can position my phone adequately. That way I have everyone within frame. Okay, this is a light that I've been using, guys. Now light, like I said, and I'm getting tired of saying this, but I just gotta say it. Light is the most important thing in your production. All right, so I just want you guys to get a quick look. And by the way, of course, I have the quick release plate. That's why this looks kind of weird to you. Like, Dave, what the heck is that? It looks like so many layers. Remember I was telling you guys about the quick release plate? If I press these two right here, this is gonna come off. I don't wanna risk breaking it, but I'm gonna squeeze them both for the sake of the video. Baby, don't drop it. Yeah, baby, look at that, one hand. One hand, baby, damn. Can I do it? Can I put it back with one hand? No, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to. Speaking of risking it, guys, as you guys are buying these items on Amazon, and let me go ahead and put this camera back onto its mount. Look at, guys, I use quick release plates for everything because, like I said, look how fast I'm able to switch from one thing to another just with the quick release plates. Okay, so these, like I said, everything I'm covering with you guys today, definitely in the description box below has affiliate links. Hopefully Amazon has activated my affiliate links so that I can make a couple dollars from some of the items you guys will be purchasing. So if you guys want to support the channel, hit the like button and buy an item or two. That really helps you out. These are the most important things I wanted to cover today. There's more coming. In fact, stay tuned in because in this next video, I'm going to be going over the pros and cons on the photo booths that stand behind us and how much money they've made me. So stay tuned in, subscribe if you feel like this is the kind of thing that you want to get into, or maybe this just adds a little bit more value to your day as far as being a photo booth business owner. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being with me since 2022. It's about to be a full 2 years, man, and it's been a pleasure. Let's work hard, stay creative, and best of luck to you on your next event. Peace. It's a wrap, boy. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Pros and cons.